Welcome to Nosara, Costa Rica, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for allowing me into your homes or into your yoga space. My name is Jesse. I've been friends with Bridget and Dakota for maybe 7 or 8 years now, and also Gabby from here in Nosara that a few of you have practiced with. And I did all my yoga teacher trainings in the same lineage as Dakota and Bridget and Gabby. And now I'm sort of traveling around the world and teaching yoga in India and Thailand. And today I'm in Costa Rica, and yeah, we're in Nosara, where Bridget and Dakota and I all met, and yeah, we're taking this opportunity to make a few yoga videos for you. So find a spot, whether it's in your house or in your yard, or maybe you have a spot at your office that you're going to use as your yoga space, and really try and set it up so you're comfortable. Here in the jungle, there's like the wind and the waves and the sounds of the jungle, and there's animals and there's dogs and there's people. There goes a monkey, and you want to just take care of the things that you can control. So make sure you got a nice yoga mat. If you use blocks or props, make sure you have your props. I put on my favorite T-shirt. I always have a shower before yoga, so I'm sort of like creating this ritual that prepares not only like the space, but also my mind, that I don't want any distractions. So I know I've done my best to have an experience that's going to be, well, it's going to be whatever it's going to be. But again, I know I've done my best, and the things that I can control, I've taken care of. And then I don't get distracted, right? So I can just focus and sit here and relax and really feel comfortable. It's sort of like if you make your bed, and then it's not one more thing to think about. So I want to make sure I've set my space, I've cultivated a space for a practice where my mind's not wandering, where I feel really comfortable. Okay, so we'll go slow today. This is sort of like our first time practicing together. Yeah, I've never seen any of you in person, and you're sort of going to be your own yoga control board. I don't want you to push yourself too hard, because that's not actually yoga. You want to listen to your body. You put your body into a position, and then you listen and you get feedback from the body. Can you go deeper, or do you have to back off? You want to try and sort of, if the stretch is out of 10, you don't want to be at a 12, right? You want to sort of be like at a nice 7 or 8 maybe that day, maybe a 9 or 10 if you're feeling ambitious and you're really warmed up. Maybe you just feel like rolling around at a 5 or a 6, but really be aware of where your practice is at in the moment, in every pose. And just take the time to like sort of nurture yourself, and you're sort of prescribing yoga for yourself, the yoga that you need in that moment. Okay, so I sit on blocks. I try and get up nice and tall. I relax the shoulders. I float the head. I breathe in and out through the nose, nice and soft. And again, the breeze is coming. I feel it on my skin. The sound is coming. And of course, I'm getting feedback from the body. I'm having emotions and I'm having thoughts. But I'm sort of not going. I'm not engaging. I'm not pushing back against any of those things. Don't force the breath. Again, the body will breathe itself naturally and organically, just like when you sleep at night. Nice and smooth. And if the mind wanders, it's natural. That's the mind's job. It's thinking, it's keeping you safe, it's keeping you organized. But you want to tell the mind, you want to communicate with the mind and say, right now I'm just focusing on the breath. So you always come back to the breath. Okay. Normal breathing. Interlace the fingers, push them out, and then come all the way up. My shoulders are down and away from the ears, and I'm pushing the fingers into the backs of the hands. I keep my shoulders down away from the ears, not up and in to the ears. I want the shoulder joint to relax and the shoulder muscles to relax. Good. I also push the sit bones down. So I feel my navel draw in. I feel the pelvic floor draw in and up. If I push down and push up at the same time. And then release, hands down. I'll mirror you. So the right hand goes behind your back, and the left hand comes to your right knee. Twist. I'm keeping heavy in this leg and heavy in the sit bone on the left side, and I'm breathing. I'm not looking behind me. I'm trying to keep chin and sternum in one line. I don't want to rotate the neck, sort of not early in the practice. And then other side switch. This elbow can bend so you create more space. Don't sort of crunch up, bend the elbow, use the fingers to pull and rotate. Breathe again. And then release, come back to the middle. The right hand goes down. I try and keep the right arm straight, and I go up and over. I'm pushing the sit bone down, and I'm thinking of taking the lowest rib away from the top of the hip. Once I sort of get the architecture, the bones where I want them, then I start breathing deeper, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. You can look up into the eye of the elbow. It's not how far over I can go. It's a combination of both, keeping both side bodies long. Good, and then back to the other side. Push down, reach up and over. Again, a neutral neck is always good, right? No twisting, no complications. Breathe. And then release. Come off the blocks or off your sit bones and come forward into cat-cow. The hands are spread, and make sure the wrists are parallel to the top of your mat. Your knees are hip distance apart. I don't mind for this pose. I actually have no preference here if the toes are curled under or the tops of the feet are on the mat. Cat-cow, tuck and tilt. Again, first I start working with the body, with the physical movement. And then I start going into the breath. So it's more about the rhythm of the breath. Breathe, move, and feel. Again, no rush. And just let your breath sort of try and lead the movement. And you can explore. You can hold in different spots. I can shift back a little. I can shift forward a little. And then release, come to neutral. Take the right hand and put the elbow down, so I'm at a 45-degree angle, and then I reach the left hand. You can see I'm using the same baseboard, so it's one hand in front of the other, and then pull back the bum. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Again, low rib and hip are going opposite directions on the left side. Breathe. I don't want the bum up. I'm trying to push the bum back. Inhale. Good. And then release, come forward. Other side. Elbow down. So elbow is at 90 degrees. Lengthen forward. We can walk the fingers forward and then start pulling back. Breathe. Inhalations and exhalations through the nose. I'm expanding. So the side that I'm stretching, I'm expanding the lung on that side. There's more space there because of the stretch. Take advantage of it. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And then release. Come back. The left leg goes to the left. The right hand goes to the right. I'm in one straight line. So the side of my mat, it could be the front of your mat, is all in one straight line. Don't stick your bum out. Don't cave this bottom hip. Push it forward towards your monitor and then reach opposite direction the toes. I like to stay up high, so I'm on the fingertips. You can be down low, but I have more space here. And breathe and open. Again, it's that same spot. We keep working the low rib away from the top of the hip. Good. And then release. Other side. Foot down, toes face forward, hand down, reach up and over. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Bottom hip twist under. Let the breath be natural. You're working with the breath. You're not trying to force it or manipulate it. You're stretching, you're breathing. The bottom bum cheek is pushing and twisting under. Good, and then release. Come back into the tabletop position, and the fingers go out to the side, and then the thumbs go to the side. So it's my wrist facing forward. If you hyperextend, that means your elbows somewhere like in front of your wrist. Then bend the elbows. It's more difficult. It takes muscle and energetic strength. And push back here. Be careful. It's intense. Inhale. Exhale. I can really feel the breath going into the stretch in the forearms. Good. Release. Carefully. Carefully. Come out. You can sit back onto the toes, push up. Again, you stretch, and then you try and get blood back into the area that you just stretched. Get fresh oxygen, get the waste, get the toxins out of the cell tissues, or the cells and the tissue. Okay, come back forward. Excuse me, push back, downward facing dog. Just go slow to start. Again, it depends on the time of the day. Maybe in the morning you're tighter. Maybe it takes a while to warm up. Explore the legs, explore the hands. How do the shoulders feel? Again, suck in the shoulders, push back, pedal out a little side to side. Feel the posture. Fingers are spread. The ball mounds of the fingers are pushing down. Walk the feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down. Okay. A couple of themes, or sort of like a philosophy for my personal practice. Just something that makes sense to me that I like to share with students. My feet are hip distance apart, and my feet are parallel, like I'm on skis. If the feet start turning out, then my hips turn out. right? And then my back squeezes. If this gets wider here, then the back squeezes tighter. Same, but different. Toes come in, hips come in, and the back opens up, and then I'm pinched in here. So for all my postures, I'm using the feet as the starting point, sort of as the anchor that I want to build the foundation from. So get your feet. You can come up onto the ball mounds, and then you can lift the toes up. So lift all the toes, spread them, place them down. Lift the big toe 10 times. 6, 7, 8. The other 4 toes are down. Good. Big toe down. Other 4 toes up. This is more fun in person when I can see everyone struggling to try and make it happen. Good. And then now lift the toes and spread them again. Find the ball mounds of the toes. They push down. The center of the heel pushes down, and the toes spread wide. So I'm really focused on how I'm connecting to the earth. Now interlace the fingers and push up. I want to lengthen the back. So again, my feet are pushing down and my arms are pushing up. So I'm getting this stretch, hopefully, in the spine. I don't stick my bum out and I don't lift my chest. Right? There you can see my back is short. Here I push down into the ground. You can see my legs get turned on. They get super strong, super powerful. And then my torso grows and the spine goes straight. Release, hands down. Make circles. I'm really interested in how the joint moves, and that it moves in all the directions the joint was designed to move. So you have healthy joints as well as healthy muscles, right? So not just stretching, but how does the body move? So go each way a couple times. Then take your hand, careful of the mic, push the right hand into the right hip. My belly button is in the center now, and then I push it over. Reach up, low rib away from the top hip. Inhale, exhale. I'm grounding down hard through the feet. And then other side. You see my feet aren't changing, the legs aren't changing. Center, and then push. So the hips go to the right here. Reach up and over. Push down into the ground. Good, and then release. Come back to neutral. Bring the feet together, toes touch, and grab opposite elbows. Let's warm up the muscles. Let's get some blood flowing before we start stretching them. Opposite elbow. Keep the back straight. Down, down, up. Down, down, up. Just go as far as you can. If you need to hold on to something in front of you, you can go to like a chair, the back of a chair or a countertop. Down, down, up. It's not how low you go. Can you keep this open here, the sacrum, the low back, that first vertebra? Again, I don't want the bum out, and you see the squish here. Stay tall. Breathe. Good, and now it's down for 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fold forward. Good. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen the chest forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise up, breathe in. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Hands come down, support yourself. Step your left foot back. I move the right foot. Again, I sort of want that hip distance apart so that I'm comfortable. I inhale up. That's hip distance with the feet, right? So again, I don't want my warrior to be skinny. This is one baseboard. I want my warrior to be out here, hip distance, so I have no struggles with the balance and no tightness in the hips. So once you get your stance, again, breathe into it. We're here for another 5-10 seconds. Push the back heel back. No bent knees. Push back. Get strong. The back leg is the power leg. And that should help you free up and breathe into the chest. Hands to hips. Again, we're warming. 1, knee down, kisses the mat. 2, 3, 4, 5. We just warmed up the front quadriceps. Yeah, good. Quadriceps or hip flexors or the psoas, whatever you want to call it. And now we're going to try and stretch it. I'm not bringing my chest to my knee. I'm lifting my heart up and away. I use my arms. My elbows are bent to begin, and then I try and straighten them. I push up. I sink the bum down. Whoa. Super nice. Here, maybe. Hands down. Look forward. Support yourself with the hands. Step forward. Half lift to get a nice breath. Long. Forward fold. Hands down. Step back. My front foot came to the middle, so I'm going to move it out. Push the back heel back and inhale, come up. Again, I'm adjusting. I don't freeze in the pose and try and stand still because the breath is moving. My body is getting used to the position. It's settling in. I want to sort of find the sweet spot. Where's that like edge of effort and balance and the breath? Let the breath guide you. Push the back leg and try and straighten it. Hands on hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down with the knee. Also notice I'm not back here. My weight isn't on the knee, straight up and down. This is like my whole body weight on that knee. Here now my body weight is in the middle of the front foot and the back knee, and I'm sharing the weight. I can even push the toes down into the ground and get more weight off the back knee. Breathe. Again, keep adjusting, keep working, or softening, depending what the body is telling you. You're trying to attune and listen to the body. Hands come down, look forward, step forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, breathing. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, rise up, breathe in. Nice and tall. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Toe heel to feet, hip together. And then bend the knees. Utkatasana, chair pose, or lightning bolt pose. I'm going to bring the hands to the heart, and I'm going to twist to the right and hook the left elbow onto the right knee. Don't let this, the way you're twisting, don't shift your bum out and twist your whole, that's not a twist, that's a swivel. Put the elbow onto the knee. Keep the knees level so the hips go level, and twist. Rotate. Again, I'm not down. I'm looking right beside me, right? I'm not looking behind me. Again, when I look behind me, you can see my bum do crazy things. It just goes wherever it wants. Fold forward. Toe heel of the feet hip distance apart. Take the peace fingers, grab the big toes. It's a relationship. I push the toe down hard and I pull the hand up. So I'm locked in. Then I turn the pelvic floor on and I draw the navel in. I start breathing. Inhale, exhale. I'm working the feet and I bend the elbows out. Release, half lift, toe heel the feet together. And then you're going to twist the opposite way. I'll turn to face the camera. Keep the knees. Big toes can be together and heels can touch, or you can have the heels slightly apart. I twist first, then I fold forward. I check the knees. I draw the trailing knee back so the hips are square, and I look beside me. I push the elbow into the knee hard, and the knee maintains its space. Good, and then release, fold forward. Half lift, inhale. Toe heel the feet hip distance apart, and squat down. Push the elbows into the knees. Again, you're not down. Don't crush the lungs. Sit up, chest up. Open up here, top of the lungs. Breathe. And then release. You're going to stand straight up, like your spine is in an elevator shaft. Don't lift your bum first, and don't drop your head. Push into the ground, stand up. Toe heel the feet together. Top of the mat. Inhale, arms up, breathe in. Exhale, fold all the way forward. It's a half lift, inhale. And then the hands come down. Here it's your choice. Either knees, chest, chin, and then cobra or upward dog, or high plank to low plank, upward dog, and then down dog. I'll pause here in my upward dog. I keep the toes under and push the heels back hard so my low back doesn't pinch. Does that make sense? You can see my heels now. Now my heel comes closer to my bum. So that means I'm getting short in the back line. I'm shorter in the back line here. It's a bigger back bend, but I feel a pinch at the first vertebra and the sacrum. So if I stay here, I can create a little safety gap and hold the space around the sacrum. Push back, downward facing dog. Pedal out side to side. It's the right foot forward. Your technique for Warrior One. So for me, for my style, it's this high lunge because I know my hips are facing forward. Then it's Warrior Two. I get the back foot perfectly parallel, and I step the front foot in. The fingers spread. The back foot is a Tadasana foot. It goes down into the ground. It doesn't push back. I don't squeeze in. I push down so the muscle sucks to the leg. Peaceful warrior. Inhale up. Exhale, come forward. elbow onto knee. Again, I'm not down too far. I want to stay up so this shoulder can come under. And I reach and I get a nice long line, back foot to fingertip. Hands down, your choice. Straight to downward dog, straight to child's pose, or high plank then low, upward facing dog or a cobra, and then downward facing dog. You sort of know the sequence. So use your full breath, and not so much listening to my voice, just go with your breath. The left foot steps forward. The back heel, it either pivots down or you stay up on the toe, on the ball mounds. You push back. Spin the back foot down. I'll switch directions so my back's not to you. Pivot the back foot down, warrior two. Here, again, same foot as Tadasana, straight down. Same spine from here up is the same as Tadasana. The only thing that's changed is the legs. The front toes spread and the big toe goes forward towards the ocean. If you don't have an ocean, just forward towards whatever's in front of you. Peaceful warrior, left arm up. Good. Side angle. And then look down. Hands down, I pivot onto the back toes. And I step back, downward facing dog. Pedaling out. Inhaling. Exhaling. Feeling. Vinyasa or not, whatever feels good to you. Breath guiding. Full breaths. Don't cheat the breath. Don't pinch the breath. Bend the knees, gaze forward, walk, hop, or step to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, breathe in. Interlace the fingers, push up, and push the feet down. You want a nice arch on your foot, right? Don't pronate. So if you're on the inside of the foot, the big toe ball mound, you're pronating. If you're on the outside of the foot, you can see the difference, feel the difference, and then find center, find neutral. Good. And then release, hands down. Let's do one more sequence. Same thing, warrior one, warrior two, peaceful warrior and side angle, and then add on top the triangle pose. One more time, just to make sure we're all talking about the same thing. This is my Tadasana foot pushing straight down into the ground, right? So 2 Tadasana feet. My warrior 2 foot is the same, pushing straight down, 90 degrees. My triangle back foot, same foot, not sliding out, not hugging in, it pushes down. I'll remind you, don't worry. Top of the mat, inhale up, breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Find your rhythm, find your pace. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands come down to the ground, hop or step back. Listen to your body. What kind of day are you having? What kind of day have you had? Feel the residue of yesterday in your body. What's appropriate? Vinyasa, down dog, or taking a child's pose. Let's do child's pose together, just so I can share my perspective. Again, this is how I like to do it. My knees are wider than my mat, and my big toes touch. I sit back, and I fold forward. I get the elbows wide so the shoulders are away from the ears. I put the forehead on the mat. I'm trying to open this, and the whole back body is breathing now. Inhale, and you can see I can inch my forehead forward. There's the residue of up dog through the chest, so I'm trying to lift the chest a little to get a little longer. As many child's poses as you need. Okay, let's work back to the triangle series. Down dog, vinyasa or not. Step the right foot. Inhale up. Open up, warrior two. Push the back foot. We're building the foundation for the next few poses. Inhale, open. Side angle. Come back up, warrior two. Straight in the front leg. Spread the front toes. Push the back foot down. I'm going to move the torso forward, so more weight is going to go into my front foot, but I want to balance that before we start moving. Come forward, push the back foot down. You don't have to go all the way down. You can stay nice and high. Breathe, open through the chest. Good, look down, hands down. Step back or forward, whatever's, step back into downward dog or child's pose, or another flow, high to low, up dog or cobra, push back, downward facing dog. Okay, left foot forward from down dog. Inhale up. The high lunge. Open up. Adjust the feet. Let the posture mature. Breathe into it. Feed it. Let it evolve. Become one with the posture. So I'm not doing the posture, but the posture isn't controlling me either. We're sort of in balance, in harmony. Peaceful work. Oh, yeah. Open this lung. Elbow down, up and over. Warrior two. Straight front leg. Back leg holds the posture tight, holds the integrity of the pose. It is the earth element here. The more I earth, the more air I get. Look down, hands down, step back. Last vinyasa, or not, whatever feels good. And then from down dog, come onto the knees. Sit back, breathe. Here we're already in a super therapeutic pose. Just sitting on the feet and opening the knees is good. If it's too much for the feet or for the knees, you sit on 2 blocks or 3 blocks. Doesn't matter. Just get up and get this shape going. If you want, you can have 1 block or you can have no blocks. The feet go wide and you can sit all the way down onto the ground. Again, just feel your body. What's appropriate today? And come forward, cross the ankles, send the legs out in front of you. Let's do 2 more poses together, and then Shavasana. The left leg goes straight, and I flex the toes back to the face. I step the right over. Again, just like the other twist, the hips matter. Don't lift and scrunch. Keep this driving down. Here I wrap the left arm around so I can pull my chest up. See the difference? Pushing versus pulling up. My first thought is to get the spine straight. Then I push this elbow forward. I bend the back elbow and push it back and open the heart. Again, look, my head, my chin is with my chest, with my sternum, not looking behind me. Good. Release, and then it's the other side. Right leg straight, left leg over. Sit bone grounding. Lift up, get the spine tall so there's space between each vertebra. If you're down, you're squishing, there's no space for the twist. Rotate. And then release. Come back in the middle. The feet are like a big diamond. So not Baddha Konasana, but a bigger diamond. And the bigger, the better, I guess. The arms slide under. You want the space, again, that's why the feet are forward. You want this space to pull the heart forward. When you pull the heart forward, you're lengthening that first vertebra out of the sacrum. You're creating space. So I'm using my hands like a chin-up bar to pull me forward. Inhale. Exhale through the nose. Breathe. I can also here engage a little more. I can push the knees down to the ground and lift the forearms up simultaneously. So 3 actions: the pull forward, the push down, and the pull up. And then pelvic floor on, navel on, and pull forward. Not my head to my feet, but my heart to my feet. My navel forward. Come up. Fold the knees together, send the legs straight, and lie down into Shavasana. If you're using props, or if you use props, make sure they're out of the way, right? Shavasana is a state of being, right? It's not necessarily a posture. So if you need a prop, then take the prop and make sure you're comfortable. This mosquito is not going to let me get into Shavasana. My feet are hip distance apart. And then my palms face up. There's a difference between the palms facing down for the shoulder, so physically, also energetically. If you feel closed today, then you put the hands down. If you feel open and are ready to receive, then put the hands up. So tuck the chin so the back of the neck goes long. You don't want the throat open, so tuck. And now rest, relax. Now there's nothing else to do. You've done all the breathing, all the moving, all the stretching, all the strengthening in the last 55 minutes. You don't even need to breathe the body anymore. The physical organism will breathe itself, again, just like you're sleeping at night. Surrender to the earth. You're safe here, you're lying flat. You can turn all your muscles off. There's nothing else to do, and there's nowhere else to be. Just exist as is. Again, sounds coming to you. Thoughts percolating to the surface. Things coming from the subconscious to the conscious. There's no resistance. You want everything to flow freely. If the mind begins to wander, you come back and you just observe the breath. No judgment here, just really soft. Acknowledge and thank yourself for taking the time to practice, investing your energy in the session. Thank yourself. Whatever you're feeling in this moment, you've cultivated, you've created. Now start working with the breath again. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. On your next exhale, push all the way out. Push all the way out. Empty, empty, empty. All the way out. Nothing left. And now inhale for the count of 5. Breathe in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on 5. Hold it in. Belly is full. Belly is full. Lungs are full. And then exhale, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty, empty. Squeeze it all out. Squeeze it out. And then normal breathing. Relax again. Rest. Slowly begin to wiggle your toes and run your thumbs across your fingertips. Wiggle the ankles. Roll the wrists. Sorry, roll the ankles, not wiggle the ankles. Roll the ankles. And then reach the arms up overhead and stretch. Reach behind you. Bring your feet together. Point the toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Get long. Squeeze into that midline. And then exhale, release with a ha. Let go. Exhale through the mouth. Empty. One more time. Squeeze, get long. Arms up overhead. Reach, reach. Toes pointing. Toes pointing. And then exhale, release. Again, ha. Let go. Good job. Good job. Knees into chest. Squeeze in. Squeeze in. Give yourself a hug. Roll over to the right side. Unless you have an injury on the right, then you can roll to the left and then come to sit comfortably. I'm back up on my blocks, nice and tall. Try and maintain the quality of Shavasana into the meditation, into the seated position. Don't shift. There's no effort, there's no difference here. I'm still sitting and still relaxing. Elbows are tight to the torso. Hands fall wherever they're the most comfortable for you. Shoulders drop away from the ears and the head floats. Close the eyes, tuck the chin. Together we express our gratitude and give reverence for all that went into creating this moment. By sending metta, loving kindness to all beings, so all beings may know peace, happiness, and the freedom from harm and suffering. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank you, Bridget and Dakota, for inviting me. Adi Om, Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace, peace. Good job, everyone. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, wherever you are.